Every minute you spend doom scrolling is the minute stolen from the life you are meant to create. Think about what you are not experiencing while you are spending your time unconsciously on your phone. Think about your phone as a bright tunnel. You step in just for 2 minutes, but then suddenly 2 hours disappear. And in the tunnel, there are a lot of things happening, bright lights, dopamine spikes. Even though I think nowadays it doesn't even give us dopamine anymore. It doesn't. Dopamine is the chemical of drive, of motivation. The phone nowadays gives stress and anxiety. And while we are in the tunnel and the further we go in, the more it sucks us in, something else is happening. And that something is your life. And I find that way too often we treat life as if it's a rehearsal and one day the real life gonna start. But life is now. Like this moment when you are watching me and hearing me speak is your life. Think about it this way. Imagine you would go to the concert of your favorite band, and while they are playing and performing, you are stuck in a toilet. So the whole concert, like 2.5 hours, instead of witnessing the show, instead of experiencing the show, instead of allowing that music, their songs, the words of their songs to flow through you, to move you in some way, you are stuck in a toilet, in a small box. And then you go home. If you understand that the life is the show that we are meant to experience, we are meant to allow it to flow through you, but instead we are sitting like stuck in that small plastic box. And there are many external tools that are meant to help us with our phone addiction, different app blocking apps or gray mode, black and white mode on the iPhone. Maybe they work for someone. I think they are pretty useless and they are like good intended, but they actually don't work. I don't know. But the thing that helps me is asking myself a question: what am I not experiencing right now? So every minute spent scrolling, watching brain rot content, really, one thing if you watch educational content, but that's something intentional, you search for it, you look for it. But if it's you're just getting stuck into that scrolling mode, every time you catch yourself, ask yourself, what am I not experiencing right now? And sometimes it will be some external activity like reading a book, going for a hike, like the presence of my beloved, the witnessing my kids growing up, right? And sometimes it will be yourself. You are avoiding some difficult emotions, feelings inside of you, and you are using your phone, we can say, as a warm blanket to soothe yourself, or I like to say, as a pacifier. And the paradox of it all is that in life, each one of us desires to be seen and loved. The whole marketing around any product is built on that. And while we are seeking it externally, external validation, please see me, please acknowledge me, please validate me, value me, love me, accept me, I want to belong. We are not giving it to ourselves, and we cannot get from the outside world what we are failed to give ourselves. We can't. Like nothing and nobody will be able to fill that void within us. So it's not only about the phone addiction, but it's about getting in a closer relationships with yourself. Every time you catch yourself, without judgment, remove judgment, there is no place for it. Simply ask yourself a question: what am I not experiencing right now? Externally, what life I'm missing? Like start witnessing the life passing by. And the more you're gonna witness it, the more you will want to participate in it. The same as start asking what I'm not experiencing in this moment within me. Maybe there is a difficult feeling, a worry, anxiety, sadness, grief. What is there? And just bring awareness in that moment. Once you become aware of it, you can decide, stay stuck on your phone because, well, it's easier, or actually participate with the life and participate inside of your own inner landscape. But in the moment you become aware, you actually have a choice. Until you become aware, there is no choice. And the choice, to have a choice, is a beautiful place to be. Remember that we get better at whatever we repeatedly do. If we repeatedly avoid ourselves, if we repeatedly avoid life, we get better at that. If we repeatedly bring more awareness into our inner experience, if we repeatedly learn If we repeatedly put intention to embrace ourselves, to meet ourselves, to feel ourselves and feel life, we get better at it. Initially, it might be foreign and uncomfortable if it's not something you are used to do, but eventually it becomes more and more and more and more familiar until one day it becomes your default. And being on the phone, it simply feels too boring because there are so many things to experience in this life. Create a list for yourself of all the things you want to do. You want to do alone, you want to do with your kids, you want to do with your partner. And every time you grab your phone, remind yourself of all the things you're not experiencing in this moment because you're wasting your time, which is your life, away scrolling some brain rot content. Life is a bit longer than your favorite music show, but life is not forever. Go and live more. Allow the life to flow through you. Become an active participant with life. Everything that is happening externally and everything that is happening internally with you. Presence is just another skill to develop. Start and you will become very, very good at it. And the reward for it, the life that feels fulfilling instead of empty, the life inside which you can be instead of perform, the life that you can feel, not just do. And I think that's a beautiful trade-off.